Hi everyone, welcome to Eternal Realms and welcome to another reading. Here we're going to take a look at what you can look forward to in your near future or in the farther future. We'll see what comes through and basically what is waiting for you down the line. We have 4 crystals over here. We will be doing tarot cards, oracles. I'll be picking charms and also some letters, mini tarot, so we'll have plenty to get into. We have pile number 1 here, or crystal number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So make sure to engage your intuition before you make your choice. If you're not quite sure how, you can visit the video in the ribbon above, or the link is in the description and that video will walk you through it. Once you've made your decision, the timestamps for your reading is also in the description box. So I will see you, we'll do your reading whenever you're ready. Hi there, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's see what you can look forward to. I'll get some oracle cards first, get some headlines. We have Move Beyond Intention to Believe, card number 5. So there are some changes happening in your life. You're uncovering some truths here. What does your soul say? This is a very spiritual card, and if you have gotten this before, you know that I always say you don't get this card lightly. It does not just come out unless there is a spiritual patterns going on. So it feels like you're going to be working through some karmic situations and you're coming out the other side, or you're having this revelation, this understanding there of like what your patterns are, what you want in your life, and how you can go about achieving those things. Some more cards, please. And you're unlocking your abundance as a result. Nice. Okay, we have Feed Your Artist. This is card number 28, adds up to 10, adds up to 1. So we have 5, 8, and 1. 5s talk about transformation, changes in stuck situations. 8s talk about abundance, growth, prosperity. And 1s talk about initiation, leadership, new opportunities, and beginnings. You can also be changing your identity almost in a way like, how do you see yourself? How much do you love yourself? What do you prioritize for yourself? And that leads you towards these changes and abundance that you are about to be experiencing. You're also channeling your passion. So some of you can be artists by profession or by hobby, it doesn't matter. And if you've not yet expressed yourself, or you're trying to express yourself more fully, these cards indicate that you will be doing that, and that just makes your heart really happy. You feel so fulfilled in life. I'm also getting that you will have more energy. So any health concerns, or if you're feeling like lethargic and not really up to much, then these cards are indicating that that's not going to be the case anymore. You'll just be more vibrant and you'll be attracting warm, positive things into your life as well. What else, please, for pile number 1? What can they look forward to? What is waiting for them? We have Justice. Literally what I was saying, you're working through some karmic situations. You're balancing your energies and you're finding an equilibrium. So it does not feel like extremes, it's just right. That's the vibe. Like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's just right, like the 3 bears with the Goldilocks story. We have 4 of Cups, which is lack of inspiration. It symbolizes, which basically saying balancing out the lack of inspiration. You're finding things to be grateful for. You're feeling more inspired and creative in life. Emotionally as well, if you've been feeling a little bit blah, a little bit meh, nothing much is happening, it's indicating that you're going to move out of that. Pile number 1, please. What can you look forward to? What's coming in? What is waiting for them? Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, this is a very active, high energy card. It's about, knowing what you want and going after it. Having the strategies in place as well to make the most of opportunities that come your way. Yeah, like mental stamina. Sometimes we feel like mentally tired that, I have the opportunities. Sure, I want to do that, but I don't have the energy for it, right? So we just stressed or overwhelmed or whatever the cases are, because of which we get like mentally tired of stuff. So it seems like you are gaining back that momentum and you're able to move towards things that you feel are nourishing for you. So Temperance, and then we have the Two of Cups there. For some of you, if you're experiencing, karmic situations in relationships, this is also balancing out. If you've been feeling like, all people are like this is the type of fate I have in relationships, I'm never going to meet the one, I'm never going to have a good relationship, etc., then you're moving out of those things. You're like, no, you know what? I cannot settle for something that is less than. I'm not going to settle for this apparent fate that I don't have a love story, right? So you're stopping the negative spiral and you're finding an equilibrium in yourself, and you're kind of letting things flow, but you're also going for your chances. So if someone you trust, some friend of yours says, hey, I have found someone who would be an amazing match for you, you're not going to say, no, I know how that's going to go down, so I'm not going to say yes to it, right? You're going to keep the door open, but you're also not going to be like, okay, if my friend suggested, then this is the love of my life, right? So it's not overeager, but it's not underwhelmed either. That's how you're approaching things, right? So in that process, then you find the things that are meant for you, things that are right for you. So interesting people, even friendships, if you feel like it's just you and you're having to deal with stuff, always on the go, and you don't have time to connect with friends or make new friends, this is when life comes a little bit more calm and, you can go out and just have fun. Even Two of Cups points to benefactors, people who are willing to sponsor you, or clients who are very loyal to you, your business going well, financially things flowing. It kind of depends on what your priorities are at this point in life, but it just looks like your life in general is very flowy, balanced, in moderation, healthy. Justice also connects with Libra energy, so connecting with people one-on-one is definitely a part of things. All right, what else can we get for pile number 1, please? Group 1, what can they look forward to? What is coming into their life? What's waiting for them? We have Venus. This is the planet of love, beauty, art, harmony, and relationships. So Venus rules Libra. It is connected to relationships, union, right? So more of that theme is coming out. Uranus fell out. I was going for 2 cards, but we'll take it. Uranus is a rebel, reformation, unpredictable, and is an eccentric. So you're appreciating the changes in life, and it's the breakthrough planet. Okay, breakdown to breakthrough. Things that are not working, they're not going to stay in your life anymore. Things that are meant for you, they're going to stay there. Even if you have some unpredictable situations dealing with those things, it's not going to break you. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to show you different facets of yourself, and the connections that you're building. We have the first house here, which talks about personality, your first impression, how you're dressing up, how you think of yourself, what's the way that you go out. Are you showing yourself as an extrovert? Are you becoming shy? Are you an introvert? Are you switching your personal styles? Maybe your fashion statement, your hair color or hairstyle. If you've had the same hairstyle for about a decade, maybe this time you're switching it up, And doing so, changing your appearance, and when you see yourself in the mirror, you feel differently about yourself too. You're likely going to feel more lovable, more confident, more self-assured, and as though you have the personality now to be the qualities that you are seeking. Let's say you want to be an artist, but you look like not an artist, and now you're going to switch it up, have a fun hairstyle or switch up your wardrobe a little bit. And when you look at yourself, you can say to yourself, you know what, now I look like an artist. So it kind of feels natural to do the artistic things, right? What was I getting there with the Uranus? Yeah, it can be like unpredictable, unexpected dates, unexpected encounters, meeting with people you didn't think you would catch up with or you would connect with. At face value, perhaps you're like, I would not go for this person. But then when you talk to them, you realize this is exactly the type of person I've been looking for, or you meet a friend you have lost touch with because of overwhelming life, you're busy, etc. But then you run into them in like an amusement park or at the grocery, and you did not expect to see them so randomly, right? So yeah, these are like unexpected things that can happen here that bring you that alignment, kind of remind you of the important things in life, who you were, what you wanted to be, and what you want to be right now and for the future as well, right? So not having time for hobbies, for example, you might meet someone that is very dedicated towards their hobbies and you feel inspired by that, and you're like, you know what, maybe I can make some time. I didn't think of it that way. Perhaps I can try something that they are doing. And so you're just very inspired overall, and that's really very positively affecting your life here. Okay, you're finding also you're expressing yourself differently, not just outward in terms of fashion, but like with words as well. And that is deepening your bonds with people. Okay, can we get some charms, please, for pile number 1? What can they look forward to? Oh, okay, only 2 things we're getting here. We have a rat or a mouse, and we have this multi-purpose tool. And some letters, mini tarot. We have G and we have the Fool. Yeah, okay, so you have lots of talents. That's what I'm getting here. But you may not have explored them a lot because of whatever reason. The Fool is having that open-minded, brave approach, having faith in the journey, life, circumstances, and just going at things with an open heart and an open mind. There is always a risk with the Fool energy. You can always fall, because this fellow is basically about to jump off a cliff, but he's not afraid because he's like, yeah, it's fine, the universe will catch me. The universe is there for me, it's looking out for me. So with that faith and that surrender, when you go, then magic can happen. That's the idea. With the mouse and the rat, it's like slash rat, right? Yeah, I don't know, it could be either of those, but there is like a cleverness, you're observant, you're quick, these things. Like I'm also getting wit for some reason. You also have wit on your side. Perhaps you're meeting someone with these qualities, or you are exhibiting these qualities even more so, and you're using that in how you manage your life. Okay, so your work management, time management, what you say yes to, the boundaries you're establishing, what you say no to, all these things you're doing that out of a sort of strategy for improving your personal life. Because if you keep saying yes to everyone and everything, then you're kind of draining your energy here, and you're definitely not balanced anymore, right? So you're being smart about what projects you're saying yes to at work, or what dates you're agreeing to. You're stopping things when it is, that it's not going to go anywhere anymore. Even if there is a physical attraction, that it's not going to end anywhere. You're knowing that, yeah, I know how this is going to go, I'm just going to stop it here. But at the same time, you're giving people chances, you're keeping an open mind, and you're going for new situations as well. The Fool energy is that initiation, the very first step, and we got the number 1 energy over there as well, right? Yeah. G can be your initial, first, last, middle name, or someone you're meeting here, their initial, a close friend who can help you connect with someone, perhaps. Yeah. Okay, let's get some Astro Dice. I'm getting sovereignty, self-sovereignty. You are in charge of yourself. You decide what goes in, what goes out of your life. That's the thing. And I think it's just very radical how you feel, like this feeling of exercising self-sovereignty is so refreshing for you. Even if you know this in concept, like, and many times, you can keep saying it to yourself, yes, I'm a strong, independent person, I'm this, I'm that. But then when you're actually living it and you're putting it in action, it just feels, it hits different, So that hitting different, that's what I'm feeling for you. What else? We have Pluto, Libra in the 12th house. This really is a signature for letting go of toxic relationship patterns. And relationship includes romantic, platonic, authority, all those things, okay? So power dynamics, the unnecessary, who is winning the argument, who is winning the relationship, is my, this person, are they like guilty, they're regretful, etc., etc., all these things which are pointing to like manipulation or gaslighting, or like, who wins, who loses, the imbalanced perspective in relationships. Those things are just going, okay? You're over that. You don't want such people. You don't want to be such a person. You don't want to attract such circumstances. You just want, a balanced connection, who can be fair, who can own up to their mistakes, where you can feel free to own up to your mistakes because it's a judgment-free zone. You can open up, you can communicate freely, honestly, but at the same time kindly, and the other person reciprocates the same. So you're ready for that to come in. And the 12th house is so karmic and so spiritual that, like, as soon as you burn through and you let go of, these karmic circumstances, the universe literally lights up green and it sends you things and people in such unexpected ways. It really is such a vague house, it can't even be explained. And it's like the house of synchronicities, the dreams, and everything abstract, the feeling and the intuition, those things that you get, it's the unexplainable. So yeah, it's like randomly things will just work out, and in hindsight you might even feel like, I didn't change anything much, I'm kind of the same person, I just stopped looking, or I stopped wanting, something like that, and that just clicked everything into motion. So that's what's happening here. Yes, unfair situations going out. Yes, your soul is more in contact with you, okay? Or you are in more contact with your soul, I would rather say. I don't know how that's happening. You might be meditating, or this expression, when you are expressing through art, music, dance, any of these physical expressions, I feel that you enter a meditative state, okay? If you've not tried it, try it, and I'm predicting that you go into a meditative state and you feel relieved. That's like the first stage. You feel fulfilled simultaneously, but you also, if you keep up with it, you also learn more about you. You feel more calm, self-reliant, self-confident, and that kind of leads to how your soul also communicates with you. Like, your intuition is going to be stronger. You get over situations much faster, so you don't hold grudges anymore. You believe in things much more solidly. You know that, yeah, I know I'm physically into you, but I'm not, I know that this is not going to work. And so that, the gravity of, I can't help myself, this person is so attractive, that allure kind of drops faster. So you just really are going after the genuine connections. Right? So that's my feeling of, if you express yourself, that's what's going to happen. That was the second message. Yeah. Okay, wow, lots of things to look forward to. Very deep, but it really is showing you real world symptoms and examples as well. So that's awesome. So yeah, that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Like the video if you liked this reading. Subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. It's a small channel, so absolutely appreciate you being here for this reading as well. Share with your friends, let them know what you encountered here, or they could pick their own pile, or both. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye. Hi there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what you can look forward to, what is coming towards you, what is waiting for you. Get you some oracle cards first. Pile number 2, please. What can I look forward to? We have unstick the stuck. Card number 46 adds up to 10, adds up to 1. We have accept and receive. Okay, and that is adding up to 6. And we have feed your artist, adding up to 1 again. So 1, 6, and 1. You're going to stop stopping yourself. That's the summary I'm getting here. You're not going to give yourself negative affirmations. It's so strange. Like, I'm giving negative affirmations. I'm speaking in the negative, even though I'm saying positive things. And I guess that's also a habit you might have of, for example, saying, I'm not awesome. I'm not talented, so there is like I'm not saying I'm not great, maybe a habit like this. But yeah, you're gonna stop that and you're speaking more like, I am great, I am positive, I am worthy, I am talented, I am successful, all these things, right? So you're speaking in the affirmative as you go through life. For some reason, it feels more like a near future thing. I think you're already actively working on this, or you're aware of this tendency at least a little bit, and it's just a matter of, putting it into practice that's going to change stuff. But as soon as you enter this mode, you unlock a lot. Your manifestations that have been in the wait list, you think are not working, those things will start coming to fruition. You're also attracting more positive circumstances and people who say yes to things, who invite you to things, who acknowledge and compliment you, validate your talents, experiences as well. I'm also getting like financial gain is going to improve. Feed your artist is like you're feeling more inspired and less, blocked in. Yeah, you're also expressing yourself more clearly. So again, others can see you much better because you're not hiding yourself. Pile number 2, please. We have the Knight of Swords, Chiron, or the Hierophant energy. We have Four of Wands. Let's get 2 more cards. We have the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords. So you're stopping self-sabotage. You're understanding you cannot just stop it. You can't just scold yourself to stop a habit, because you also have to know why that is a thing in the first place. That just, yes, you can, force yourself to stop things if it's a habit, of course, but when you know where it comes from or why it's there, why it keeps happening, that awareness is going to give you more of a strong footing to continue the new habit. So you can scold yourself, oh my God, why am I always hard on myself? Speak positively. You can scold yourself to do that. But if you know that I'm hard on myself because I was criticized a lot when I was growing up, and so that's the only way I know how to speak to myself, then that's going to hit you more genuinely or like much deeper. And so when you speak harshly to yourself, you can be more compassionate and change your ways, self-sabotaging ways or negative affirmations, whatever is resonating with you. You can change those ways from a more loving perspective, and that's going to be give you much more lasting results, right? So there are 2 ways you can approach this, but either way you're going to get to your goals of having a more positive foundation. Lots of swords energy coming through, 7, Knight, and the Page. So communication is a big topic. You're going to be talking more clearly, expressing more clearly as well. Your strategy, your mindset, all these things are much more clear and aligned. It's not like you're saying one thing but thinking another thing, feeling a whole nother thing, right? So everything is kind of falling in place, and that's not always the case now. So yeah, you're headed in that direction, but I feel it's not going to just happen automatically. You have to think about your thoughts, basically, like why are you thinking this way, or like you have to kind of analyze and evaluate what's going on inside of you in order for that. Because the Chiron energy, the Hierophant energy, it's like self-awareness, wisdom, experience, knowledge, all these things. Also, it represents your spirit guides. So the things that you're learning now, they are part of your spiritual lessons, and it's also kind of one of the keys to how to unlock your abundance and prosperity. Okay? Because your ideas are very different from people around you, and they need to come out and flourish. So for as long as you pretend to be one of the crowd or one and the same as people around you, you're not going to feel satisfied with yourself, and you'll not be recognized for the efforts that you put, because you have a unique voice, and that's what you're here to express. Okay? And it is difficult, because you have to be really brave, first of all. Then you also have to believe in your own uniqueness very strongly. And after all that comes the practical obstacles of, how do I even express this? What even does this look like? Like, okay, I accept that I'm unique. All right, I have a, different opinion or perspective on things, but what do I do about it? Right? So then comes the trial and error. You have to, maybe you like to draw, you like to sketch, or you want to do something with that. Are you selling it? Are you doing it as a hobby? Are you sharing? Are you teaching? What are you exactly going to do? Right? So it's a step-by-step process, but this is something that is going to lead to a long-term stability and fulfillment. It's something that you can commit to. If you have a very scattered mind, then again, this is like important to make some space for yourself so you can let the mind breathe instead of taking in more stimulation around you. Okay, so letting your mind breathe is going to help sort it out. Expressing in artistic ways, dance, music, drawing, singing, any of these things are also going to help your mind calm down because it's constantly expressing in some way or the other. When we stifle it, there is a lot more running thoughts. All right. Self-expression, personal growth, unlocking your uniqueness, and sharing that with the world as well. Because the Four of Wands is stability, celebration, success, milestones being achieved. Some goals that you've had that you've not achieved yet, some manifestations you've set out that have not come to fruition, those are coming in. We have Aquarius here. I have Aquarius moon and I have many Aquarius friends as well. And this is like a common trait, the overthinking. And the mind is kind of the biggest blessing and the worst enemy. That's a trait that we all share. And we all have like different Aquarius. One of them has rising Aquarius, one of them is a sun Aquarius, and I'm a moon Aquarius. So, but nevertheless, that overthinking bone is kind of there. So you may be Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, but you don't have to be. This is basically the traits we're talking about here, right? Aquarians have a very innovative spirit and they kind of feel like they belong to the future, like as if they're born in the wrong time or in the wrong society, and they have sort of an idealistic view on what people should be like, what society, what career, what financial structure, all these things should be like. And because there is a big difference between what should be and what is, it causes a lot of mental stress. And it can feel very frustrating in the moment. But this is also a blessing because you are here to create change. You are here to lead by example. If no one had different ideas, we would not even be here in this phase of the world. Because this was not the case 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Right? So there were always innovators. There were always people with original ideas and people who did not fit in the system, in the mold. And they were forced to be in their time. And they were always feeling like they didn't belong in that moment. And yes, it is painful, but it's also a service to humanity. And Aquarians, they are definitely very called to not service as such, but they're very humanitarian wise drawn. Like that's where the idealism comes in. And they're not going to be people who just sit and cry with you necessarily, but they feel so deeply that they kind of need to do something about it. Whether it is like one of my friends, for example, she turned a vegetarian. Even she does not force anyone to be that way. It's just something a cause that calls to her, so she does that for herself, for humanity, and if anyone else wants to be inspired by that, so be it, so. And one of my other friends is an artist as well, it does very random things, and you first think like, well, how did you even get that? How does your mind even work? And when they explain, it makes sense. It's just very original, right? So expressing yourself and not letting yourself shut down just because you're not, accepted right away. That's one of the things unlocking for you here. Something you can look forward to. First house points to your personality, first impression, your attitude, appearance as well. So how you dress, your hairstyle, just the attitude you go out with into the world. Are you coming off as an extrovert, an introvert? Are you an observer? What exactly are you, How do you show up as? Those things are shifting and changing for you. You're accepting yourself as you are, and you're letting yourself evolve and change as you learn more about yourself. Then we have Taurus coming through. Both of them are fixed signs. So fixed signs are quite rigid and stubborn. They are set in their ways, but they also establish stability. And with the Four of Wands here, that points to stability. Hierophant energy, stability. So they are the zodiacs that can set up systems that last a lifetime and beyond. And so they're not very happy with quick fixes, and it's not like about rushing to the end. The journey is very important because that sets up the foundation, right? That's why Aquarians will dissect every thought, and Taurians will dissect every material. Taurians are like this, they can spend forever deciding on which sofa is the best, because comfort is an important thing, and for them it is sacred. It might seem frivolous to other people, but for them comfort is important. Security, safety, all these feelings are very, very important, and that is true for every one of us. It's just that they express it a lot more than maybe other zodiacs would. When you have a foundation, when you have your personal finances fine, you have your priorities straight, you have good nourishment, you have good health, then you can start exploring a lot more vast things around you. Then you can start thinking about expressing yourself, marketing yourself, exploring your ideas, trial and error, all these things, right? So it looks to me that you are getting the necessary resources that you need in order to start expressing yourself more. You're no longer in survival mode. You're no longer sabotaging yourself. Taurus is abundance, material and immaterial abundance. But mostly focus, but actually not mostly. First, it focuses on the material. So if that is a little bit shaky for you, it's going to stabilize. You are going to be smart about it. First of all, it's not going to just be a winning of the lottery as such, but like whatever gains you're getting, you're budgeting, you're thinking about it, you're planning, you're even looking for side hustles if that's something that you want, or you're looking for a different job that pays you more or gives you more freedom, depending on what resources you're looking for. And accordingly, then through smart steps, you're moving significantly towards this self-actualization, awareness goals, right? Yeah. What else can we know? Part number 2, please. We have an airplane, we have a church, and we have a lion. Leo is also coming through. Wow. Okay, so Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, all fixed signs. Religion, praying. Oh yeah, the Hierophant energy points to religion, religious institutions. So you might be praying more, or you're just really focused. You're cultivating something spiritual or religious into your daily routine, daily life. You're just asking for forgiveness, for miracles, for money, for comfort, whatever it is that you're needing, clarity. In the airplane, that's literally is like freedom. This to me feels like long distance travel as well. So you could be, traveling far to meet family, or connecting with your ancestry. Maybe you've done some genetic tests and you learned that, you have roots in some other country and you want to go visit, get in touch. Okay, what else? We have tea, and we have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, personal conflicts, competing with yourself, competing with other people, all these things are just coming to a close. You know that you're your own competition. You know that you have your own journey, and there is not really a point to try to be like everyone else, because you're not. You are you, and you are unique, and that's the beauty of it. And so you're starting to appreciate that a lot more. And I feel like the rat race does not appeal to you. And you can see beyond. You can see when people are flattering others, they are being fake to themselves, to their people, colleagues, bosses, etc. And that just really gives you the ick. yeah, you're somehow not being a part of that. Either that stops affecting you because you're no longer interested, or you're changing your work environment so that actually, like, realistically does not affect you anymore. Now, T, that can be your initial, first, last, middle name, or someone significant in your life. What else can be? Gemini, 9th house, and Pluto. 9th house is again very spiritual and religious as well. Pluto is about power, authority, transformation. So there's like divine transformation, miracles coming in, ideas and realizations that happen to you as well. Now, Gemini talks about travel. 9th house talks about foreign travel. So yeah, you could be going somewhere that is a very transformative experience for you. Perhaps you're going on a spiritual or a religious trip. That could also be it. This is a church, but it can be, that's basically saying any religious institution, doesn't have to be church. But yeah, you're going somewhere and that has a profound impact on you, and after that you feel different, you have a new perspective on yourself, on life, and you just have a clearer future vision as well. So it kind of gives you the break from overthinking or running thoughts. Yeah, very profound things that are coming out for you, but also obviously it makes a physical change in your life, and financially as well. It seems like things are very stable, family wise as well. But the biggest difference and growth I'm seeing is your mind and how you express it. All right, so that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Like the video if you like the reading. Subscribe to my channel. You can see so many other videos like this coming up and already made. And I'm a small channel, so it really helps me out. Absolutely appreciate it. Share with your friends or family members, someone you care about. Let them know what you went through, or they can pick their own pile and get their own reading as well for what they can look forward to. If you want a personal reading from me, you can do that. The link is in the description box. I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hi there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's see what is coming in for you, what you can look forward to, what is waiting for you. Pile number 3, please. Pile number 3. One more, please. All right. Oh, we have 4. I thought the first instance 1 came out, but okay, we'll take it. We have manifesting and doing, and that's crazy because you have the solar plexus, and this I connect with the solar plexus, where we are able to use our energy and put that into action. So that's fascinating. And we have Your Soul Shines. This is card number 5. This is card number 7. We have Cozy Up with Risk, also card number 7. And we have One Step Ahead is All You Need, card number 5. So 5775. So 5 and 7, these two are important numbers for you. Perhaps you see these often, but the 5 symbolize change and transformation, and the 7s point to divinity. Okay, so spiritual chapters, spiritual growth and lessons. Perhaps your guides are nearby, or you are stepping into a new spiritual phase, and that is bringing you new opportunities. And there is also the fulfillment of completing your previous, spiritual lessons. So you get the rewards of those things now. You're able to manifest your desires, your wishes, and your goals much more easily. And I'm also getting that some of you have been manifesting this for quite a long time. Like it might even have been a lifelong dream, a lifelong wish, and that is coming to fruition. With the Cozy Up with Risk, one step ahead is all you need. It's kind of giving me the full energy, and that is like, you have faith, you take a leap of faith, and you surrender the expectations and the outcomes onto the universe. So basically, you do what is in your hands and leave the rest to the universe, right? So even to do that, you need to have some level of faith in yourself and also the universe around you. So it seems like you're having that. Your soul shines, that is pointing to recognition, external validation, and what you are expressing, what you want to express, you're able to express in the way that you want to do it. Okay? So you're not being misunderstood, you're not selling yourself short, none of those things, right? You're doing right by you. What else can we get for pile number 3? Pile number 3, please. What's coming in? What can we look forward to? Divine timing is also something I hear. There can be some things that play out. You're in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people. So all you basically have to do is live your life. Do what you can and live your life, and you will get there. First card coming through, wow, nice. We have the Emperor energy. We have the Knight of Cups coming up next. Nice, well balanced so far. We have the Six of Pentacles, wonderful. It's, okay, I'll already start interpreting. I'll get 2 more cards, but you are going to be in a leadership position, corporate or business. Seems like you have authority. You decide how things go. Knight of Cups is very positive for emotional relationship matters. So meeting a loved one, connecting with someone romantically, building a solid friendship with someone. There's also benefactors, so people can, sponsor you, give you financial resources, or even emotional support if that's what you're needing. This also is that you are able to express yourself freely. You don't feel shy. You're not holding yourself back. You feel understood. And the Six of Pentacles is having a reciprocal energy. So what you give is what you get. Okay, so that is true karmically, but also in material ways. So exchanging finances for services, for example. You might have, one-to-one client relationships, consultations, some sort of service-based business or marketing, even advertising, marketing, selling products. So yeah, you're kind of, and I see you like being very clear with what you are doing. Like, why are you selling this product? Why are you doing it this way? What is the best strategy? I see you being very clear about that, but you're also very personable. You're not very clinical about your product, so your marketing or even your way of leading, you're kind, you're compassionate, you have a personal touch to things. Maybe you're wrapping the products yourself. Let's say you have an Etsy shop, okay? You're wrapping the products yourself, or you're adding a personal handwritten note, or you're making things with love, and your customers can really feel that through the products or your service. So that's the vibe I'm getting. And so your good energy is bringing in more good energy. There's nice people around you and positive circumstances. I just see you smiling more, just being happy and like feeling free, but also so empowered, Yeah. Empowerment is a big theme. What else can I get? We have 8 of Cups, shedding old skin, transformation, leaving behind what's not working, stepping into a new paradigm. Also getting releasing karmic blockages, bondages. I'm also hearing the waiting period is over. So yeah, I'm sure some of you can resonate that, yeah, it's a lifelong dream in a way, that you've always wanted personal authority. You've always wanted to be your own boss. You've always wanted to do what you're doing. Always wanted to share your gifts with people. Always wanted to earn from your hobby. You know, one of these things. There's an always wanted to factor here that is coming to reality. What else? One more time, please. Okay. We have the death energy. Nice. So death is pure transformation. It's really about ending cycles. So there's a sense of finality here, right? Like once you go into this stage, you're not going back. And that's awesome for, like, if you want to be your own authority. It's not like you have to sell your business or stop what you're doing and go back, get a regular job. So that's awesome, right? You're finally moving towards a brand new chapter of your life. You're done with the old patterns. You're done with old people that don't help you or have been unsupportive, who have told you, nah, that cannot be done. Have you really thought about it? Isn't it risky to start your own business? You know, all these like naysayers, you're not listening to anymore, because you have taken the precautions that you need to. You're being smart about it. You have faith in yourself and the universe, right? The cozy up with risk and one step ahead. That's basically that. The Six of Pentacles also points to investment. So you're investing time, effort, energy, finances into something that you feel is worth it, right? You're sponsoring yourself. You can even be stopping your day job, your full-time job, maybe switching to part-time at first until you get settled in to your new status, new career path, and then you move out of that entirely, right? Leadership of this, I'm giving you career examples, but of course it can be a lot more than that. It is really ending karmic situations, and so that puts you in alignment with things that improve your quality of life, right? So the people that you connect with romantically, they give you, the love that you put out, the attention and the care, the affection that you have to offer. You are appreciated for that. You are not taken for granted. There's a lot of gratitude that's happening here. Open-heartedness, compassion, and empathy as well. So yeah, you come in with nice energy, you get back nice energy. No longer unfair treatment, or like you give a lot but you don't get back much, and none of those. Then the Emperor in that way is like, you know who you are, you have your individual opinion, your life and priorities, but you also know when something is too much. In this particular card, you can see the Emperor is kind of uprooting a tree, because it's not good for the whole system. If one tree is sick, it's going to make the others around it sick. If you can fix it, if you can provide nourishment for it, do so. But if it becomes infectious, you have to deal with that, right? So in that way, you can evaluate your own life in a sense of, like, in an objective way. You have the strength and self-security to do so, right? Many people are afraid of being objective with themselves, because it's like they're not able to step outside of themselves and see them for what they're going through, what they have gone through. They attach personality traits to very close to their identity. But really, we are a soul, and we are much beyond the qualities that we experience right now. If in this lifetime we are emotional, in another lifetime we were probably not. If in this lifetime we are rich, in another lifetime we were not. It could be any of these things. So attaching too personally and subjectively to external traits or factors can be detrimental to the spiritual growth and even to your personal self. It's not like the spirituality is separate from the physical reality that we experience, right? If you have faith in one area of life, you are going to have faith, or you're more likely to have faith in other areas of life as well, unless there are some traumas attached to it or whatever, right? So it seems as though you can step outside of your subjective everyday experience. You can see what needs to be let go. You can see what's not working for you anymore, and you are courageous enough to let it happen. And by doing so, you clear the space. You make more space. You open yourself up to much more healthy things to come your way, right? So when you say goodbye to naysayers, when you say goodbye to negative connections romantically who are toxic for you, who don't support you, etc., then you're making space, you're deciding, and you're letting the universe know, this is not the connection for me. These are not the friends for me. And so the universe is like, all right, well, let me send you something else. See how you feel about that. So that's the vibe, right? You're ending cycles. You're moving on to the next stage. At first, it's like, I don't know what this next stage is going to be like, and that's the risky bit. But you know that you definitely don't want what you have left behind. So you are going to take that one step ahead, and you are going to see that you are actually stepping into everything that you've always wanted. Yeah, and you're shining. You're literally radiant. Yeah, you'll feel much healthier. You'll be smiling more. You're eating healthy. You're feeling good. Overall, I just see a lot more lightness in you. Okay, let's get some astro cards. Oops. I knocked over the mic. Okay. We have 11th house. That's the friends, acquaintances, the large scale community that you relate with. So I feel like you're changing industries or your career path. Yeah, exactly. We have midheaven, which relates to your career, your goals, individuality, and your public life. So that is kind of your status, right? So you go from being like an employee to a boss. That would be a status change. From, working for a company to a business owner. That is a change of status. Even like being single to in a relationship, being in a relationship to getting married. All these things are status changes, and once you do it, you're staying in that lane. And it's something that is recognized by people. The community recognizes this. The 11th house is your friends, yes, but your acquaintances too. So your colleagues are going to know that, pile number 3 is starting their business. Or they're going to know that pile number 3 got married or something like that, yeah? What else? Yeah, and your shift in priorities in this status, public life goals, etc., that is also going to be quite clear to people. If you're not interested anymore in the daily this and that of a company life, that's going to be obvious. I don't think you can fake it or hide it for very long. But I don't see you trying to fake or anything. You're like, yeah, I am over it. I'm about to leave. I've sent in my resignation letter, so why do I have to still act? Yeah, I'm gonna go. And this is not I don't feel like this is a small switch. It's a big switch. So again, having your own business is quite different from working for a company, right? So that's a big switch for you. Or it's like switching industries. Okay, let's get you some charms. Pile number 3. We have a star and dragonfly. You know, just outside my window, there is a big tree, okay? So all kinds of like birds and insects, butterflies, all these things are there. And the whole time that I was doing your reading, I saw, I think, 2 or 3 dragonflies, and I've not seen them before. Like, I know that they're like when I'm walking, I see them, but I have not seen them from this particular view. And one of them even came up to the window, so that's very interesting. Dragonflies have some, significance here for you. And they also symbolize transformation, rebirth, changes upcoming for you. And this is a particularly, I imagine it to be very vibrant. I know I can't see color, but from the pattern here, I feel like it's blue, green. And it's just very beautiful. Okay? Yeah, so it's a wonderful transformation that's happening for you. And there's literally, this is an angel that's holding a star that's like, I'm waiting to give you this gift. As soon as you come to this other side, I'm going to give that to you. It's really a new, refreshing beginning, a change that you deserve, are looking forward to, has a lot of promise for future growth as well. So once you get to this stage, it's, yeah, in a sense, you will feel like you've made it, but it also feels like this is just the beginning. It's so life affirming and it's exciting as well. Yeah. We have the Emperor coming up again in the mini tarot. We have the Lovers here, which is symbolizing big choice in partnership or indecision. And we have also the King of Wands. So 3 leadership cards coming up. This is so overwhelmingly about self-authority or actual like authoritative status, stepping into a boss leadership role. And you're kind of thinking about what type of leader you want to be. We have MLM, whatever these 2 can be, your first, last, middle name. Maybe the company you're establishing has these initials. Some significant people, sponsors you might meet, or supportive friends around you as well. A significant partner who's encouraging you to move in this direction, they might have these initials as well. The Lovers, this is like, your union, your decisions is being watched over by your guides, and things are moving in very divine order. That's the idea. Astro dice to finish off. We have the Moon, Capricorn, and the 5th house. So this is like something you've always wanted to. Again, that is coming through. Something that has been a hobby or an area of interest. You've always been skilled or talented at it, but you've never done it very seriously or with much discipline for some or the other reason. And this is the time that you are able to make time for it and you're putting in the effort to do so. 5th house also points to entrepreneurship or something of your own and something that you enjoy. It's like your creative project, your business baby even. Something that inspires you and inspires others as well. And it brings you lots of emotional fulfillment as you step into this phase of life. Okay. Yes, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always happy to hear your thoughts. Like the video if you liked the reading. And subscribe to the channel. It really supports a small channel grow, and I absolutely value it. Share with your friends, your loved ones, someone that knows about your plans or this interest of yours, and let them know, hey, this was the reading. Guess what? Or they can even pick their own pile and see what lies ahead for them. If you want a personal reading, you can do that. You can reach out to me through the link in the description box. But yeah, I will see you some other time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. Let's see what you can look forward to, what is waiting for you. We have raw intention. We have what's your honest truth. And fearless expression. So we have 2, 2, 2, 5, 5. So 2s talk about decision, choices, duality, are you in balance, partnerships even. And 5s point to changes and transformation. I think you're letting go of self-delusion, denial, or accepting those types of behavior from other people. So people who gaslight, or things are very vague in a contract, in a person. However, you want clarity, you're looking for that, you're asking for it, and you're being very honest and clear with yourself as well. I'm getting raw honesty. Yeah, raw honesty. And that is setting you free. The truth will set you free, right? As they say. What else can we know? Let's get some tarot cards. Pile number 4, please. Ten of Cups. Nice. Okay. Hearing judgment-free zone. We have Chariot, High Priestess, sharp intuition, clear emotions. Yeah, sharp intuition. You're going to be using your intuition to help you decide certain things when you feel confused, when you evaluate like the pros and cons list, or just the logical side of things might be neck and neck, but your intuition pulls you in a way or the other. That's very specific, but I think the lesson here is that you're trusting your intuition to help you make decisions, and that helps you get out of any people-pleasing tendencies or indecisive qualities that you might have experienced. Okay? There is luck and abundance. There is angelic protection. Your guides are around you. Things are going to start to pick up and gather steam and just feel more like, yeah, this is right. This is how it's supposed to be. So happy family life, feeling more lucky, just, you're getting a break. You have more time to rest. I'm also getting, you don't have to choose, which is a message I've not gotten before. The Two of Swords, I don't know in what context this applies for you, but if you're like agonizing over, if I'm happy, then I cannot have I cannot be determined. Or if I'm pursuing my hobby, that I cannot have money. These types of like contradicting thought patterns that we have, where we want to manifest something, but then we stop ourselves because we assume a negative consequence. So here the message for you is that is not true. Like, the assumption does not always have to be true. And just because you have not seen physical examples of something working out doesn't mean it won't. You can be the first one in your environment who, does both, whatever that both is, the duality part. um that, I don't know if you know, but there is this mentality that if you are a spiritual person, you cannot ask for money or you cannot have money, because that, you cannot have material wishes or needs if you are a spiritual person. It directly contradicts. That's the assumption and the idea, because there's an over idealization of things, right? So then people go into spiritual things with that mindset, right? And same goes with artistic stuff. Art does not give you money. You have to go into business, or you have to go into engineering, or whatever. So these are assumptions that we have. Same goes with relationships. If I have a nice person, then there's not going to be any passion. If I have a passionate relationship, they're not going to be nice. There's if you get this, you won't get that type of dynamic. I think you teeter-totter her on that in some area of your life, and that can stop your journey from moving forward and coming into full fruition, because the truth is that you don't have to choose. It can be both. They can coexist. It's just you have to find the right blend of how exactly to do it. And this is where your intuition comes in. You have to stop thinking about it and let the ideas flow. Let the feeling come to you. Follow the nudges, even if it doesn't make sense right away, because that can lead you to something else that is going to make more sense. The Wheel of Fortune also points to, an iterative process. The first time you try something, it may not work, but you still feel intuitively that, there's something to it, and you didn't have the full recipe just yet. So then you tweak something else, and then you try it again. Next time, it does a little bit better than the previous time. The third time, maybe it does as bad as the first time. And you think, okay, one step back, something I did in the second round, second iteration was right. So let me carry on from that point. So you have to trial and error, you have to figure out, you have to analyze and think, but you also have to keep at it, right? So there is this blend of faith, determination, and also optimism, And it's not in a delusional way. That's why the intuition comes in, right? You're not telling yourself that you have to make this happen. You just have the feeling that it will happen. You just have to figure out how, right? And the how is going to be only happening if you participate in the journey. If you sit back, relax, stay complacent, or stay undecided, then nothing is going to happen. There are no steps made. Right? So these can be some truths that are coming to you maybe through this reading, or this reading encourages you to kind of think about some things, and that's when you realize, yeah, I do have these patterns, or yeah, maybe I could, pick up that thing that I have not picked up, that hobby that I always say I should get around to it, but I have not, or this connection that I feel could be the one, but I have not because I don't want to ruin the friendship or whatever. Right, so something is coming through. As a tarot reader, I don't really like the High Priestess when it comes in, because it's so elusive. It honestly just says, I'm not gonna tell you, I have secrets. And I'm like, what's the secret? I'm not gonna tell you, right? It's so hidden, because it's so personal. It's so individual. Only you can feel this. And so whatever I'm going to say, it's going to be a little bit more abstracted, and you're gonna have to kind of play along with me here, right? And kind of see what, that's why I'm giving you examples. So maybe you see, yeah, kind of that makes sense. I'm gonna run with it, right? So yeah, I'm just describing the processes. The Chariot energy corresponds to Cancer. The High Priestess relates with Pisces, or the Moon energy, which is watery. And we have the Ten of Cups here. So lots of watery things happening here. So that relates with spirituality, psychology, art, and emotions, even like romantic connections as well. So these are some big sectors that we are looking at, where you are being honest with yourself, with another person, and you're attracting honest people into your life. Like I said, judgment-free zone. So there's like no assumptions from the other side, even if this is a romantic thing. Perhaps you're looking for someone who is just open-hearted, open to listening, instead of pre-deciding how this conversation is going to go, what kind of person they're looking for. This baggage won't do, that baggage I can deal with, etc. So it seems like you're finding that, but at first you have this disbelief, and then you ask yourself, why can't I believe when something nice is right in front of me? So that then gets you thinking, and through that process you're honest with yourself. You then let go of trauma responses. You let go of stopping yourself, sabotaging yourself, overthinking situations, and so then you attract kind, compassionate people into your life. Ten of Cups also points to like happy family or fulfillment and prosperity through family and connections there. So romantic, platonic, familial, all kinds of connections seem to be supportive here for you, right? There's also, I'm getting some of you assumptions that if you express something, or if you tell the truth, you're going to be judged for it, or like they will not understand where I'm coming from. They didn't experience this, they didn't go through this, so they won't get it. So that's the push. And raw intention is like you have to push yourself to tell the truth. And when you do, you're pleasantly surprised. But only if your intuition is calling for it. Okay, that's like the big disclaimer for your pile. You have to listen to your intuition. Some of you, it can be true. Yes, you might be thinking, yes, I know I have to tell the truth, but now is not the time. So be it. Maybe not now. Follow that intuition and that nudge. Whenever the time is right, just do it. Yeah? Okay. It's so honestly, all the piles, they have corresponded with the crystal that they've chosen. This is the crown chakra crystal. The crown chakra relates with intuition, spirituality, your connection to the divine, and literally, like, it's so abstract. And yeah. Okay. Pile number 4, please. What can I look forward to? What's coming in? 8th house. This is shared priorities, finances, assets, investments with others, like stocks, shares, for example. Relates with intimacy, who you allow deeply into your life. There's also the house of transformation and the shadow self. So traumas and blocks and self-sabotaging habits, those things can be here. And so a little bit of, psychological studies can help you, or going to a therapist can help kind of unlock that side of you, so you're not afraid of the vulnerability, and that helps you connect deeper with another human being, if that's what you're looking for. In terms of finances, visit someone who's a financial advisor. If you're undecided about something, but you have to do some planning, they can really help you out. You're likely to meet someone that is very helpful for you, who is like smart enough but honest enough, and that can help kind of turn around your luck as well. With the 8th house chapters, really, you have to be honest with yourself as much as you can. And sometimes it feels like I'm the only one dealing with this, that we have that sort of feeling. And so we tend to isolate or make the problem bigger than it needs to be. But then when you are honest and then you talk about it or you search something about it, you find that many people have dealt with it in different ways, of course, like, yeah, in different ways, but because there is a level of shared experience, you can gain and share a lot of that wisdom. You can get a lot of tips and help from people as well, right? If you're not going to a professional therapist here. Esoteric and spiritual things, which are more like fringe or taboo topics, are also part of this house. So being honest with yourself about your internal desires or the spiritual inclinations that you have, those things can also set you free, make you feel more like yourself. Your sexuality, sensuality is also part of this. Some of you could be like literally coming out, if that's relevant for you. And again, you might be thinking people will not understand, but as you do come out, people really kind of love you for it and appreciate what the phase you're in, and they're compassionate, and always listen to your intuition. If you feel like the timing is not right, it's not right. Yeah. All right, what else? One more card, please. With Mars, passion, anger, action, courage, desire, competition. Mars relates with this raw intention here as well. So taking action, moving forward, being courageous. With the fearless, it's not like you don't have fear. With courage and bravery, it's not like you don't have fears. You do. But you don't let that affect your actions and your decisions. So it is literally fear lesser, fear less and do things. Yeah, but I think that will come as you develop more faith in your inner voice and also what the universe has to say to you. As you're more honest with yourself, you meditate more, try to understand yourself deeper. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Things will just happen naturally. You just have to flow with those things. Some of you, I'm getting in a year's time, things will be different. And in another year's time, things will be improving more. Total, I'm getting like 5 years, 2 to 5. These are going to be the most significant phases, 2 to 5 years from whenever you're watching the video. So we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So much 2s going on here. Crazy. Okay. There you go. We have the cycle coming through, loop, that iterative thing. We have a rose, we have tennis rackets, and we have this fairy sitting on a moon, looking down, has a star on the back. It's sort of like, I have your gift ready. I'm just waiting for you to be ready. That's what I'm getting from this. And gifts and abundance. And I'm sort of hearing that through challenges and difficulties, you are blooming far more beautiful than you can see right now. This is a cycle, it's a phase, and parts of it are less pleasant than others, but the majority of it is beautiful, and you will start to see the beauty in your challenges as well. And you'll meet the right people, companions, and you will be intimate with people that you want to be, close friends with those you want to be, just supportive people around you, it seems. Yeah, that's coming in. Then we have K, 7 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Again, it feels like the gifts are ready, waiting for you to be ready. Supportive team. manifestations coming to fruition. Also, indecision can be symbolized here with the Seven of Cups, just like with the Two of Swords, but with the Two of Swords, there's like the pros and cons are the same for both options, so I really have no idea what to do. Meanwhile, the Seven of Cups is like, I have so many choices that I don't know which one is the best for me. So in both cases, using the intuition is important. K can be your first, last, middle name initial. Someone significant in your life could also have this initial. We have the third house, Cancer. Again, 2 Cancerian cards / astrodice coming in. Perhaps that's a significant zodiac for you. Perhaps you're a water sign. I forgot to mention that so much water symbolism is coming in that you could be a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So third house, Cancer, with the south node here, it's saying some things related to how you communicate to yourself, how you think about yourself, and that is also projected to your general communication. Those things are leaving your life. Those things need to be leaving your life. Unsupportive community around you can be siblings, relatives, colleagues, even like your neighbors, whoever you're connecting with on a regular basis. If they're unsupportive, they can be influencing the way that you're speaking to yourself, or when you see pessimism in your daily life. And they may not even, they might be very genuine people, but they just might have a habit of complaining a lot, or, kind of being jealous or something like that, where it affects you somehow. Perhaps you have high levels of empathy, and so when you hear people being very negative, you feel negative as well. So it's not that they're being intentionally bad, or they're trying to pull you down or anything, but that could be one of those things that is keeping you in a loop. Okay, so setting up boundaries, internal or external, might be helpful. Yeah, also getting like reading or listening to spiritual books or like podcasts or something about shadow work, self-help, these types of topics might be useful for you. And it might need some perusing. Not all of them are going to work for you, but keep looking. Something might help. There could even be just one line or one sentence, one quote that you find that really helps you out. So don't close the door before you even open it. Okay, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 4. Let me know your thoughts. Always happy to hear. Like the video if you liked the reading and it resonated with you, helped you out to some level. Subscribe to my channel. It really helps a small channel grow, and I absolutely appreciate it. Share the video with a close friend, someone that you look up to, or who is supportive in your life. Let them know what you're going through. Perhaps this is explained better than you are able to express yourself, or even they can pick their own pile and see what lies ahead for them. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out to me. The link is in the description box. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.